Okay, we are at Middle Black Creek up here in Margaret, and just on the other side of the creek is the stone retaining wall for one of the Margaret mines right back in there, and we're curious if the mine's going to be flooded. But we're curious, several of the Margaret mines had concrete portals, and we're just curious to see if there's still a concrete portal that says Margaret and which mine it is. I think this may be either the #1 mine, Margaret #1, or Margaret #2. And the other Margaret mines are further down the creek. Seems like every one of the Margaret mines are on the other side of the creek. So, all right, well, we'll see if we can get over there. So this is a little bit better view. They had a tipple. The coal mine would be back over here up against that ridge, and they had a stone foundation here and right here, and they modified it by inserting concrete. So they had a trestle coming across here from the mine, and back behind us was the branch line of the central of Georgia. They had a coal washer here, so we're gonna see if we can get over through that direction and see if we can make it up to there. This will be a first for up here in Margaret. So Mr. Box is going to try to make it across, hopefully. Hope his phone's waterproof. And we've got some more trestle piers right here. We don't know what those are for. But, well, he made it across okay. I'll see. Huh? It's on both sides? Okay. Well, if I don't fall in, I'll see what I can do here.
Stay low to the ground.
All right. Okay, made it across that. That was a little hairy. So, got the remains of a little stacked retaining wall there. So, mine portal is supposed to be right over here somewhere, if it still exists. Okay, so I have to go through the jungle right here, coming across the creek. And this is, I think it's either Margaret 1 or Margaret 2. I just have to be sure, check the records when I get back. But this is where the mine was. And yeah, no concrete portal on this one. If there is, it's all the hillside, the ridge is just caved in on top of it. But this is where the location of one of the Margaret mines. I think this is Margaret #1. This was the first Margaret mine, I think. So, well, found it. So, and this would have gone straight out. Cable hoist house would have been on the other side of the creek. And they had just probably a little wooden trestle and tipple leading up to the coal washer and everything, and the central of Georgia's rail line. So, all right, well, we'll see if we can locate another one. Okay, we're at, I believe this is the Margaret #2 mine. This is Middle Black Creek right here. And so these are the trestle remains, the pier remains for the Margaret #2 mine, which should be back over this way. So these are very definitive retaining walls for the trestle that came over Middle Black Creek. And you got a little stone wall right there. I'll see if I can get down here without falling into the creek. Yeah, here we go. And these are made out of stone right here. Pretty impressive. And right over there. So they had a small trestle going over here. I mean, I don't know what they did, because this is in the middle of a flood zone, this Middle Black Creek. I don't know how they did coal mining operations if it, during heavy rains, but I guess they had it figured out. But anyway, so if we can manage to somehow find a small, shallow area to cross to ford, hopefully the mine port will be over there. And I think the Margaret No.2 is the one. Definitely has a concrete mine portal. So, just be interesting to find it. So, all right. Okay, so we found a small, shallow area along the creek to ford. And so the trestle pier remains are right there. So the mine portal would have been right here. So, yeah. I mean, when the DeBartolevens closed Margaret, I mean, they definitely tore everything down. Right here should have been the Margaret No.2 coal mine portal, right here. And I think probably somewhere where Mr. Box is over there, that's the manway entrance. So, well, took a little bit of getting across the creek and everything, but, you know, just curiosity, just to see, you know, the mines would be flooded, but just to see if a concrete portal still remained. But unfortunately, I mean, when they destroyed everything, they took it all down. So, all right. Well, interesting to finally see it. Definitely couldn't do this in the summer months. This is bad. This is some bad overgrowth. So, all right. So much for the Little Margaret coal mines excursion.